Hi everyone, and welcome to A Chat with Deb. I'm coming to you from the chilly state of Wisconsin. Today I want to talk to you about blogging. Have you ever thought about blogging with your students, or perhaps you already are blogging? I started blogging with my students a few years ago, and one of the reasons we love it is it allows you to connect with other people across the nation, or even globally if you can reach out internationally. And also it just makes a real authentic writing and gives the writing a real purpose for the kids. So if you haven't thought about blogging yet, perhaps this chat with Deb might convince you to give it a try. There are a lot of choices as far as where would you go to host your student blogs. There's so many different varieties of ways. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to look at some different sites that could host student blogs. Some of these may be familiar and others you may not have thought of. My choice for our classroom is KidBlog. I love KidBlog because I have so much control over the student blogs. I moderate all of their posts, all of the comments, and it's very easy to use and set up. This is one of our students' blogs. You'll notice that our students do not use their real names. They use a pseudonym. And so this is Skateboard's blog, and this is a post that Skateboard did. And you can see how it looks overall. There's comments below. This is a post that we wrote about places I've been, and we used a ThingLink. If you've never used ThingLink, maybe check it out. It's kind of cool, thinglink.com. I'll put a link to it below the blog post here. Anyway, this is what KidBlog looks like. And then I thought it'd be kind of fun to take this blog post about places I've been by Skateboard and put it into some other blogs so you could see the variety or choices that are out there. So here's another possibility. Here's the exact same blog post by Skateboard of places I've been with the ThingLink. This one looks a little simpler, doesn't it? This is Tumblr, and Tumblr has become very popular over the last couple of years. Here is the exact same blog post, and this is on Blogger. Blogger is what I use to do my professional blog. And this is what Blogger would look like, very similar. And then I finally thought, you know, you don't even have to have a blogging site. You could simply use Google Sites. This is one I created in just a couple minutes. So here's a Google site that hosts the exact same blog post. And you could imagine that each page of the site could then be the different blog posts that the students write. And this sure would be an easy way to create a blog, wouldn't it? So those are just some possibilities, but what I'm going to do is I would like to share with you a little bit more about KidBlog, which is the site that we're using to host our blogs. This is our KidBlog for our class this year. You can see we have our own URL to send out to people to go to our blogs. Nobody's logged in right now. You can see there's a login right here. When kids come to the KidBlog and they hit log in, what happens is it loads all of the users for this particular set of blogs. So right here I just have to hit the down arrow and have the kids select their pseudonym. For me, I log in of course as Mrs. Norton, and I have my own password that I've created. The students don't use my password. So once I'm logged in as myself, you can see now that I have all of these different tools that I can use. Alright, and I'm just going to scroll down here. We have our own personal logo, and then we have a blog directory. I try to keep my students very private on their blogs. So not only do they have to have a pseudonym, they also have to have an avatar to represent them. We never post real pictures of ourselves. The site that I used, or had the students use, to make avatars is really cute. It's called Doppelme, and you do not need an account to use Doppelme, which is why I love it. When you hit the Create button, it asks you if you're a male or a female, so I'm going to say female and click Next. And then from there on, you can take your avatar and have all kinds of control over what it looks like, from the expression to the hair to the top, the bottom, hats, all that kind of stuff. So the kids have a really fun time creating their little avatar. And one of the things I love about Doppelme is when you do say that you're done with your little person, it's as simple as a right click on the image and save image as, and it'll save that full image for you. And again, there's no sign up or login, so it's very easy to use. So one of the first blog posts we do at the beginning of the year in September is we write about ourselves, and we talk about trying to reach out to others and find common ground with them. So here is an example of one of our student blogs. You can see they wrote, you know, here are some cool things about me. This leads really well into teaching kids about not giving away their identity online and being a good digital citizen. So we do a lesson on that as well. And then after we post them, you can see that people from all over start to respond back and share if they have common ground with our students. And the students love to get these comments.
163 and 2,471. Let's start off with the 3,000 plus 2,000. You add up and get 5,000.
So he did a really great job. Wrote a little bit here in his blog post about what he did. But my favorite part of this blog post was this comment that came from a guest called Dusty. And Dusty wrote here that his daughter was trying to do this math and couldn't explain to her dad how to do it. But after watching this video, the dad now understands how to do the math. So what a reward for that student to get such praise from this parent saying you did such a good job that now I understand the math. This was one of my favorite blog posts that we did. And here's one more idea for a blog post. My students are 5th graders and they're ready to move on to middle school at the end of the year. So in May, we made middle school surveys using Google Forms. So the students took the forms and embedded them into their blog posts. So you can see here, the students said, I'd like to find out more about middle school. And so they asked just some general questions to people about what middle school was like for them. And then we were able to get responses in the form, and the students got lots of information and shared it out as to what people liked about middle school. So these are just some of the really great ideas that you can have your students blog about. When we post a blog, we try to think of a topic that will lend well to other people replying back to us. So whether we're asking a question or posting something like the common ground or even using the thing link that I showed earlier, make some kind of a connection with your students and are willing to reply back to them. Well, I hope that showing you Kid Blog and looking at some of these ideas might inspire you to start some blogs with your students. If you do give it a try, let me know how it goes, and I'd love to connect with you and have our students leave comments on your students' blogs. Alright, as always, it's been a lot of fun chatting with you. I hope that we connect again soon, and I'll be talking to you later. Bye!